Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the World Report. I am your World 2IC, and today we are going to continue our daily headlines report coverage. A couple of quick things. One, when I got home from work after a very long, restful weekend, uh, I say that with a bit of sense of humor because I'm not quite sure what rest and relaxation really is. But I checked the mail and pinball. I got my patch, so thank you, sir. If you guys want a pinball patch, I think he still has some left. Um, go check out what you got to do it. It's real simple, real easy. So I got mine, so thank you. Next is a reminder that Wednesday I will be posting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I think it's a 2-minute video, and that gives you the instructions on what to do on that video on how to enter for the Christmas stocking giveaway. So make sure you watch out for that. I will post links and everything. I will remind you because I will be doing the live at 9 p.m. this Wednesday. So I'll remind you guys then to make sure you go back and watch it. And I'll leave it up for 7 days, and then we will do the drawing a week from this Wednesday. So I wish you all guys good luck because I really want to see it go to somebody that'll use it and get enjoyment out of it. Okay, so that out of the way, let's get started. So again, in no particular order. So it looks like with the ceasefire, um, the some groups here are taking advantage, and it looks like the Iranian, the Iraqi, and the Lebanese militias are trying to capitalize on it, and they are trying to reorganize, strengthen their positions, and the continuation of transporting arms and munition to previously evacuated headquarters. Now, I was saying this at least I know 2 or 3 times in previous ones. As much as I preach and desire a peace, that it was not going to be good for either side, and it was going to be especially bad for the Israelis because only a ceasefire was going between basically a group of two people. So that wasn't with any of these militias. That wasn't against the Houthis, the Hezbollah, or any of these other groups. So one side gets a break and the other side doesn't. So, um, but speaking of ceasefire, it looks like it has been. I saw some rumors throughout this morning, but it looks like there is definitely a official that has confirmed that it's going to be extended for an additional 2 days. Apparently, with this agreement, there is going to be a prisoner exchange for both sides. It looks like on the on the Israel side, they are going to give back 60 of their prisoners or hostages, however you want to put it. You put the term. They're exchanging 60 people for 20 people. So again, another lopsided deal. But there you go. We'll see if that actually comes true. Next in the news is the global financial landscape seems to be shifting. Looks like the UAE has officially announced that it is no longer going to use or accept the US dollar for oil trades and transactions. This is something that it shouldn't be shocking to anybody. This is kind of foreseen if you've been reading the writing on the wall. This is just a major plus for BRICS. The only good news I have seen is it looks like between like Saudi Arabia and some of them, it looks like some of the OPEC is not going very well in agreements. There's been talks about cutting. Some of them are going along with it. Some of them are not. So we'll see how all that turns out in the future. Looks like next is there's an American destroyer that launched an operation and it successfully recaptured the tanker from the pirated Houthis. So the Houthis responded by launching 2 ballistic missiles that looks like they missed and fell about somewhere about 10 nautical miles away from the ship. So they weren't intercepted, at least by the reporting. They just missed and fell short. The interesting part to all of this is that if what I was trying to confirm right before I came on is now appears that it may not have been the Houthis after all, because there is some reporting that I have seen off of mainstream that when they recaptured the ship and made arrests, that it turns out they were actually Somalians. So that puts another wrench if that's true. Keep in mind if it's true. So just a data point. We'll see how this shakes loose. Another one that I was trying to confirm. There's a lot of talk and a lot of chatter going on down in Brazil and Venezuela. Apparently, there's a lot of stuff going on about major military movements, and this is allegedly over a piece of land with a lot of resources. So it's going to be interesting. I know Russia's down there. They're giving away 200,000 tons of grain and some fertilizer and some other stuff. So they're down there trying to make friends and kind of put their foot in the door, so to speak. So we'll see how all that shakes loose. It could be something, could be nothing. It could be the next thing that sparks off the next conflict or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying there's an awful lot of talk and chatter for, at least for me, to at least raise an eyebrow and glance over, see what's going on. Let's see. Next, it looks like there's an account that is related to the Chinese government. It posted a video over on X, Twitter. A video is about 2 minutes long, and it showcased the launching of various different types of missiles. And from kind of out of context, it seems to be a kind of threatening reminder about its reunification plan, that it can kind of either do it peacefully or militarily. And this comes with the Taiwanese election that is going to be taking place next year in 2024. There is a pro-Beijing party, and if they get in, it looks like it'll be peaceful. So it kind of looks like, as the same thing with here in the United States, this is kind of close to that time where you start seeing all the election things come out. Usually it's about this time to January is really when it starts kicking off. So it looks like China kind of came out and basically gave a gentle reminder on when you go vote, if you vote for these people, then you'll come back real peacefully and everything will be great. If you vote for the wrong people, then here's a 2-minute video of what you might expect. So, nothing to see here, sort of thing. Speaking of new governments, the new Argentinian or however you say that, President Javier, and I think it's Milei, if I'm pronouncing that right, looks like he confirmed in a post that he will indeed be shutting down the central bank in Argentina. I don't know much about the guy. Obviously, I can't even pronounce his name. But yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah, shut it down. That's great. Let's see. The next one is health officials have announced that Britain has become the first in the UK to be diagnosed with a new strain of the swine flu. Yep. So here's another one in the news of strange diseases and different other things that just keep popping up out of nowhere. You take it for what it is. It's an official mainstream talking point. It could be as simple as the murder hornet thing, to where it popped in the news for what, about a week or two, and then you've never heard it ever again. Or it could be another Charlie Victor 19. I just a data point. Let's keep it over here. Keep a little pen in it. We'll remember it and see what happens. Turning back to the U.S. In mainstream news, it looks like 3 Palestinian college students were shot in Vermont. I believe I saw that the person that did this was arrested. So it looks like at least that guy is no longer out. Um, there's a lot of things on that one. I'm going to leave that one alone for where it is. Wait and see where the kind of facts lie about that. We should probably see something here in the next week or two on that. Maybe we'll revisit that story. Next is the Nike store in Los Angeles had a unplanned 100% off sale on Black Friday, as there was video all over social medias of it being looted. So there you go. Nike had a 100% off sale. Let's see. This is a mouthful. Bear with me. The Mass Mutual State of the American Family. Basically, they surveyed and found that in their survey, 42% of Americans believe that the American dream is no longer in reach. I will agree with that. I don't know about you, but yeah, I can see a lot of the younger generation uh, just going out and interacting with people at the store or and various places, the gas station or whatnot. You can see that American dream of what having a spouse and a car or two and a house, two kids and a dog. It's no longer the American dream. So I'm actually kind of a little surprised it was that low. But the Federal Reserve did their study, not to be outdone, and found that 80% of the American households are worse off financially than they were before the CV19er. Now that one was again not surprising. I don't know about you. I am not rich by any means of the stretch of the imagination of that phrase, but um, yeah, I'm definitely not as well off as I was before that. Let's put it that way. So there you have it. That's what I've got for you today. A lot of different data points. We'll keep a lot of this in. A lot of these, like the Brazil and the Venezuela thing. When I do these reports, what I do is when they're interesting and I want to keep an eye on it, I write that down and I put it off to the side. And I've probably got 10 or 15 things I'm keeping an eye on, to the point that, if it pops back up, I can refer myself back to my other notes and kind of fill it in so that way I can follow up when stuff comes through. It just seems like all over the place. There's just events that keep happening over and over, and new things here, things kind of rehashed, the same thing, just a different name or a different place. There is definitely uh, there's a lot going on. I don't know how else to put it. And it's just all the more reason to prep. It's one of those ones that if you're trying to talk somebody into it and you cannot point them to my channel on these reports, if you can't turn them to somebody else that is showcasing the things that are going on around not only the US but around the world, day after day after day, and go, you gotta wake up. Something's not right and something bad is on the horizon. How bad? I don't know. How near? Again, I don't know. Could be next week, could be next year, could be 10 years. Don't know. But just in case it is next week, that's why we prepare. So we have everything and we think ahead. So that way, if that bad event happens, we are better off, better prepared to handle and to deal with and to come out the other side, at the very least, alive, if not sometimes better off. So, uh, again, I'll keep an eye out in the headlines. I'll keep reporting back daily. There is no days off for me when it comes to this, unless there's an emergency or sickness or something like that. I do it 7 days a week, even on holidays. So that way you guys can have 10-15 minute little headlines break. That way you don't have to deal with this if you don't want to. But again, like I say, I bring you the headlines. You take it for what it is. If you find it interesting, please, by all means, go research it for yourself. I don't want to tell you how to think or how to feel. I want to bring you what the headline and a little context about it, and then you take it from there. If it's not interesting or anything that's going to pertain to you, you know about it. If it is interesting, follow up with it. Take it, go search, research, see how it affects you, how you feel about it, form your own opinion. That's not my job. My job is to try and help you get better prepared and to at least give you the topic. So, all right, guys, that's enough of your time I've taken for the day. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. You guys mean way more than you know to me. So I really, really appreciate it. With that, I'm going to cut out and go hang with my little one for the rest of the night. And stay tuned. More information to come. God bless each and every one of you. Above all else, remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this together.